Hey, family. Welcome back to another 10-minute rundown of this week's episode entitled When Love Turns Deadly, the story of Almanita Smith. So this behind me is Almanita Smith. As y'all can see, she was a part of the U.S. Army. She was fighting in the war in Iraq back in 2008. But before she got there, she was just really everything that a parent would want in a daughter. She was loyal. She was smart. She was fierce. She was about her books. She was not worried about no boys. Like everything any parent would want is what Miss Almanita was. Her friends knew her as being loyal. Her siblings loved her. Her teachers adored her. Like every part of being that girl and being a it girl is what Miss Almanita was. And while she was in the service, her main objective was to make sure that she protected herself and that she made it back home to her family. So she was safe, she was kind, she was smart, and she made sure that she did everything in her power that the Army would not get the best of her. She made sure that she stayed grounded. She made sure to talk to people that were living lives outside of the war. And then she made friends over there. And she made a lot of friends. And the people that knew Almanita over there, nobody had a bad thing to say about her. She was always smiling. She was always so nice. I'm just adding pictures so y'all can see the type of person that Almanita was. But while she was there, like most people do, you come in contact with a lot of people. And sometimes you start liking on people. And that's what Almanita did. She met someone and they started liking on each other. And the person that she decided to like on while she was over there was this man. This is Marcus Bailey. Now, Marcus Bailey was from Ohio, and he went to the military for all the wrong reasons, right? While Almanita came from a stable household, stable family, Sunday dinners, that type of thing, Marcus was a project baby, right? The middle child of 5, single parent, from the projects. Like, he just needed to go somewhere, one, that he would get a paycheck, and 2, where he can be in control, because this man up here needed to control every single thing of his life, or that's how he felt. He needed to be in control, probably because he never had no control in most of his life. And honestly, the best place for him to do that was the military. So him and Almanita meet in Iraq. They hit it off. They're talking. They're doing all these things. When they come back to the States, they decided, okay, we're going to be in a relationship together with each other. So he ended up moving to South Carolina to move in. He moved to South Carolina in Almanita's house, and they did the relationship thing for a while, right? They were together. They was doing everything. But when they came back, Almanita's world began to expand, and Marcus Bailey's life did not. She got back in school. She wanted to go back to the service with a higher command because she wanted to make the military a safer, better place for other soldiers. He didn't have no plan. He just wanted to do something, right? So they move into this house. Almanita's in the groove of going to school, getting everything that she needed to do. And he would be at home in her house like, where was you at? Why did your class last 30 minutes longer? Why are you late to work? Who you talking to? Who you on the phone with? Just asking all of these questions. And she was just trying to better herself while he was doing nothing. I don't know what he wanted them to do. Maybe sit in the house and twiddle their toes together. I don't know. So eventually she got tired of the questioning. She got tired of the accusations. She got tired of it all. So by this time, Almanita just really wanted to be done with Marcus, be done with the whole situation. And she wanted, really, truly, she wanted him out of her house. But she understood the position that Marcus was in. He really didn't have any prospects. He really didn't have any money. He really didn't have anywhere where he could just readily go. So she made him a deal. She said, cool, we can agree that we're not together anymore. I will live in this room. You can live in the room down the hall until you get yourself together. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me who I'm with. Don't ask me nothing. You live down there. I live over here. We gonna agree that we're not together, right? So that worked for a while. And then the week of Marcus's birthday, his birthday getting ready to come up, Almanita people can't find her. Her dad's calling her. Her friends are texting her. Her command is trying to figure out why she's missing check-ins. Nobody heard from Almanita. Now, the thing about Almanita is she didn't miss anything. If there was a job she had to do, if there was a call she was supposed to take, if it was somewhere that she was supposed to be, she was the type of person that you can set your clock to her being there. So when she didn't return calls or didn't show up to work, it signaled to her people that something was going on. So everybody didn't want to panic. They understand she was working. She was still doing the Army thing. She was still in school. So everybody was thinking, okay, maybe she just needed a break. Maybe she needed time to relax. Maybe she just needed some, quality time away from everything. We know it's kind of hectic in the house with Marcus. So a couple days passed by. They didn't hear from her. So finally, after the 4th day, her parents was like, yo, somebody needs to go to that house and somebody needs to do a welfare on my daughter where she is. They got to the house. So they come to the house to do a welfare check. And during that welfare check, Marcus Bailey comes to the door and say, he don't know where Almanita is. He saw her days ago leave the house with some man in some random car. Now, no, they were not together. What do you mean she left the house with some random man in some random car? The police say, what type of car? I don't know. What color car? I don't know. Who was the man? I don't know. Marcus Bailey don't know nothing. He just know that Almanita left days ago. Ain't nobody seen and or heard from her. And he living his best life. He don't give a damn. She not here. She left me her car. She left me the keys to the house. She said I can drive the car. She with that man. I don't know what to tell y'all. So the police not knowing, what to do. And people grown, right? Sometimes people get fed up and just need to go on a vacation. So they thinking maybe that's what happened to Almanita, right? So they go in the house, they do a check. They say on this day, nothing looked arrayed. It didn't look like anything really happened in the house. So they took Marcus at his word. She left with the man. We don't know. People leave with me every day. They said no harm, no foul. Enjoy your day, Marcus. And they went on about their business. Boom. The next day, y'all. The next morning. First day of school for everybody in this neighborhood. This lady is outside taking the pictures of her baby. Happy first day of school. Oh my God, my baby is so cute. She turned to look at Almanita's house and she sees something laying in the yard. So as the lady is looking and looking and looking, she takes a closer look, and laying in that grass is none other than Almanita laying in her front yard, face down, no longer with us, right? So she immediately calls the police. She's like, hey, it's a body in my neighbor's front yard. Somebody needs to get here. Now, adjacent from Almanita, it was a young girl missing in South Carolina at the same time in this same neighborhood, right? So the lady was thinking maybe somebody dropped the little girl off. Nobody knew Almanita was missing, right? Nobody knew anything because they was just there the day before. Marcus said she left with the man. Nobody's thinking she's going to wind up on her front lawn, no longer with us. So now the police come. They do all the things, and they're just like, wait, we just came here yesterday to do a welfare check on this same person, and now she is no longer walking this earth, laying face down in the yard. Something's not right here. So they go back to Marcus Bailey. Marcus say, I don't know what to tell y'all. I told y'all she left with the man. Now, the police is saying if she left with the man, why did the man do that to her but then drop her back in her front yard? If the man would have did that and she was not at this property, why would he risk getting caught to drag her no longer with us body and place her on the front yard? Marcus, that don't make a whole bunch of sense, right? Something ain't right here. So then he changed the story. And when Marcus changed the story, he said they got into an argument and she just left. She didn't leave with a man, so he still don't know what happened. They saying, no, Marcus, that also don't make a lot of sense. So then Marcus come back and say, yeah, well, I found her unresponsive. So this is what I did. Now, Marcus lying. He did not do that. Ultimately, when they did the coroner's report, it was found that she had multiple places of blunt force trauma to her head, which means Marcus obviously did this to her. It was not a fall. It was not an accident. It was 100% on purpose. But the kicker to this entire story, she laid in that room no longer with us 4 days. I told y'all it was Marcus's birthday weekend. Buddy was out driving her car, spending her money, going to the mall, taking care of his friends, taking care of other women. Marcus was foul. Marcus was doing the most foul of things, right? And he just kept trying to lie his way out of it. They ended up going to court, as they do. And Marcus Bailey ended up going to trial. They ended up finding him guilty of unaliving Almanita Smith, and he was given 50 years in prison. But if you want to know the entire story of everything about Marcus Bailey as well as Almanita Smith, please go listen to the full episode at the Black Docket podcast, wherever you get your podcast. That's Spotify, that's Apple, that's iHeart, that's Amazon, that's YouTube. Wherever you can listen to somebody run their mouth, I can assure you I'm there. And if I'm not, you let me know that I'm not there, and I bet you I'm going to get there. But follow, leave a comment, like, and if you have any case suggestions that you would like me to do, please send them my way. Until next week, bye.